You think a country based on a Christian religion or a peaceful religion does better than a country that doesn't have a religion?
There are studies on this that the more religious a nation or society, the less healthy the society is. Now, how is health measured quantitatively? What we're talking about here are things like abortion rates, teen pregnancy rates, STD rates, homicide rates, suicide rates, like infant mortality. There's about 15 of these different characteristics. And a social scientist named Gregory Paul did this massive correlational study of like the top 20 industrial democracies in the world as measured, and then measured by their religiosity, as measured by, what percentage of the population says they believe in God, they attend church services, every week, they read the Bible every day, and so forth. And basically, it's an inverse correlation. The higher the religiosity, the lower the rates of these social health measures. That is to say, like in America is a standout. We have the world's highest among these 20 democracies. We're the most religious, but we have the highest rates of homicides, highest rates of suicides, highest rates of STDs, pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, abortions, teen problems, infant mortality, and so on. Now, each of these, I have to say parenthetically, each of these has an independent series of causes that have nothing to do with religion. But my point is that if religion is such a great prophylactic against social ills, that if a society needs it to be a healthy, happy society, how come it's the opposite in America? We're the most religious and we have the most social problems of any of these countries on those measures. And so to me, it's like it's whatever religion's doing, it's not doing that. It's not helping.
So you think a country's better off without a religion?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Really?
Yeah. As long as they have, of course, you got to have some kind of social safety net. You got to have a set of standards and values that people go on. So my Christian friends say, yeah, even if no one believed in God in America, we're still a Judeo-Christian society from historically. Okay, that's true.
So then you would much rather trust in a man's values and principles that dictate the country than a set of principles based on a book or a Bible. You'd much rather have a man lead your country. Really?
Oh, yeah. Because think about the Constitution.
Yeah.
And the Enlightenment values. This whole centuries-long experiment has been one of saying, regardless of whatever your religion is, these are the values we hold, that people are born equal, that is of equal value, and should be treated equally under the law. And we're going to abolish slavery and torture and civil rights and women's rights and gay rights and all the things, we've kind of experienced in our own lifetime. These came about because of this central principle of interchangeable perspectives. There's nothing special about me or my religion or my race that makes me better than you and your religion and your race. We are equal in terms of value. So that is an Enlightenment principle. No religion came up with that. And in fact, religion has come up with quite the opposite, that our religion is the one true religion. And back to where you were talking about earlier in the conversation, all these wars, the ones you personally experienced growing up, that's because of religions conflict with each other and no means to resolve.
I think it's the complete opposite, though. I think it's the complete opposite. I think what you're saying is, what America was founded on, the Constitution, where they got it from. Where they got it from.
Well, okay, you're going to say they got it from the Bible, but no, actually, the founding fathers were mostly deists. Jefferson, Hamilton, and so on.
I'm not going to say the Bible, but do you know where they got it from?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm curious. I'm asking you, what do you think they got it from? What's the history? So the Constitution, did they come up with these ideas? Did they get it from?
Well, we know where they got it from. They told us. All of them were classically trained, so they knew history, they knew Greek, and they knew the history of Greece and particularly Rome. So if you read the Federalist Papers, for example, there is just example after example between Hamilton and Madison of examples from ancient Greece and Rome.
Yep.
And they knew these histories. And then, of course, they're products of the Enlightenment. They were in the Enlightenment, So, John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau and Thomas Hobbes and all the thinkers that kind of, particularly Locke, that led to this division of separation of powers, because and if you read the Federalist Papers, they're very much steeped in human nature. They start off going, look, what are people like? People are selfish. They are power hungry. If you let them, they will take more than they need.
Do you believe that?
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely.
So if you believe that, how would you trust more of a man coming up his values and principles to run your country than a higher power that you can't change it? Because I'm purely talking from a logical standpoint.
Yeah.
Because how do you know what happens?
But the problem is, how do you know what the higher power thinks?
Here's a part of me. There's a part of me that actually doesn't care. There's a part of me that cares.
Well, but you have to care, because I'm going to ask you, well, where'd you get that particular idea? You got to say, well, it comes from the Bible.
Well, here's why. Let me explain to you why. So how sure are you about your beliefs?
About what?
About the fact that you think man created God, not the other way around.
I'm reasonably confident. It's sort of a Bayesian, I'd say 80 to 90%.
Okay, great. You think there's people on the opposite side that are also at 80 or 90%?
I'd say there's religious people that are 100%.
Yeah, I would say atheists that think they're 100%, which to me, the atheist argument is the most ignorant.
Well, no. I said atheist is just a lack of belief in God. It doesn't mean, okay, the strong atheist that says, I know there is no God, is not a tenable position. You don't know there's no God. All we can do is put a probabilistic.
That's right. We're on the same page there. Yeah.
So
agnostic to me is the one that says, they don't know, right? But atheist says, I know there is no God.
Well, there's strong atheist that says, I know there is no God. That's not a tenable position, in my opinion. The weak atheist that says, I just don't believe in God. Now there might be, and if I could change my mind, or I may find out later. But okay, for now, I just assume there isn't, unless proven otherwise. Okay, but that doesn't tell you anything about what somebody believes. And say, well, what do you believe in? Well, I believe in civil rights and civil liberties, and I believe in love, and whatever. That has nothing to do with atheism. They're completely.
But there's one thing, a religion that's 100% proven. That's proven it's 100% right. You know what religion that is?
The
religion of I don't know.
The religion of okay, all right.
Yes or no? I mean, that's 100% proven. So meaning you can say you believe in Jesus. He can say he believes in Prophet Muhammad. She can say she believes in whoever. I can say, guys, listen, we can sit here and fight all we want and put events together in halls and gather 1,000 people and sell $100 tickets, and you and I can debate all day long. And the answer at the end of the day is what? Neither one of us know, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So if we know that's the only 100% is that we don't know. Let's set that aside. If we know we're going off of, you're never going to be 100% right. I'm never going to be 100% right till we die. We're not going to know, right? So as long as we're living, and we have the religion of I don't know, what do we want to base the country off of? Let's pick a manual. This manual called Bible Works. We have the Bible. What's the book that L. Ron Hubbard wrote? Dianetics. We have the Quran. We have the Book of Moroni, whichever book you want to pick. Pick any of the books. We have Buddhism, great book. I've read it. It's to me, it's if I wasn't a Christian, I'd probably be a Buddhist. Let's take all these books. Let's take Meditations by, by our friend, the Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, right?
Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius.
Let's pick one of these books, Michael, and let's build the foundation of the country of this one person, and let's not even look at it as a God. Let's look at it as a philosopher and a way of living. Don't you think it's better to pick a book of a person that's not alive, to go live life off of that, than a person that's alive that can all of a sudden have a meltdown and change and become a dictator?
No, the correct answer is you don't base a constitution on any book. No book. The whole point of the U.S. Constitution, what makes it unique amongst all political systems ever invented, is that it's not based on any book. It's based on a set of principles derived through reason, and then open to change. As Madison said, ambition must be made to counteract ambition. People have their preferences. The Jew, the Christian, the Muslim, they each want as much power as they can get. So we have to have a rule in there that says nobody gets to have any state-sanctioned religion. There are no religions sanctioned by the state. Full stop. You can believe whatever you want, but it can't influence our political system. Done. Okay, next. That my race should be the superior race. Okay, well, we kind of messed that up with the slavery thing, but we got that eventually solved through a civil war and so on. So the whole principle is based on ideas, not people's books, not holy books, not revelation. You can't. If you were to write a new constitution today, you wouldn't start off saying, "Well, we begin with that Jesus is our savior."
No.
and died for our sins, because Jews and Muslims would go, hey, we live here too.
But America was founded based on Judeo-Christian values and principles. You know that.
Roughly speaking, but not really.
Minus Thomas Jefferson being a side,
But if you read, but again, read Hamilton and Madison, read the Federalist Papers. There's no God in there. There's no Bible. There's no religion. These are all just ideas.
So was there God for George Washington? Was there God for
Washington was a deist, but more of a believer than Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson was definitely not.
But it doesn't matter what the founders believed. It doesn't matter. It's the ideas
that
they came up.
I totally agree. With. Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. But like, kids going to school, would I want the kids go to a school that are based on a certain values and principle that's a higher power than a man? I don't know. If I'm, from my record, anybody you've given too much power to, you've heard the quote before, power, corrupts people, and absolute power.
Right. I
don't need to repeat that. You've heard that a million times. I'm just a little too concerned about giving men a little bit too much power.
Absolutely.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.